What's going on, you bunch of heathens? We are back with another Fat Files video, this one called The Best Pizza Place You've Never Heard of, Casey's General Store. Should be interesting, so let's jump in. Also, make sure to go check out the original video. Nick definitely deserves it, so yeah, it'll be linked down below.
I'm just going to level with you. I've been all over the United States since I started this whole YouTube thing, and the Midwest does not have a lot to brag about, but our gas station game is on point, and the rest of you guys are lacking.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
I
would honestly have to agree with that. The Midwest has some really good gas stations for whatever fucking reason. Quick Trip, Quick Star, Casey's, like, for whatever reason, we got really good gas stations here.
American pizza place in the world, and it's masquerading as a gas station. If you don't live in the Midwest, you've probably never even heard of Casey's because they only operate in 17 states. But despite only operating in 17 states, to show how dominant they are in their region, they are the third biggest convenience store chain in the country behind 7-Eleven and Circle K. And while they're
holy shit,
a pizza place, they have
that's huge, actually.
Chain pizza place in the United States. Yes, it's not just good gas station pizza. No, it's just good pizza. Look at me. I'm a 260-pound white guy that worked construction for a decade. I know good pizza. I am a pizza slut.
I've had Casey's. It's pretty fucking good. The Casey's is pretty good.
Take my word for it. I can prove it mathematically. If you were to compare the top pizza chains in the United States and see which one made the most money by selling just pizzas, Casey's would be tied for 5th with Papa Murphy's. Last year, they sold 28 million pizzas and 70 million individual slices. And again, they
I do think it's cool that they do individual slices.
That's like 11
individual
pizzas per year per gas station.
Yeah, I do find it really cool that there's individual slices as well,
not including the individual slices. And Casey's was able to achieve this market dominance with a brilliant business strategy that we're going to get into right after a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by World of Warships, a massive free online
what's
game
up, guys?
that's available pretty much everywhere, whether it's Windows, Mac, PlayStation, Xbox.
Oh, they still have
play as a warship.
Wait, so you could still get the fucking voice packs?
Inside of a
I didn't think you could. I thought it would be like War Thunder, where it's very.
These aren't just a bunch of random warships that they.
I thought it'd be limited time event. If you can still get them, that's cool as fuck.
These are actual ships that either did or still do exist today, whether it's the USS Iowa, the USS Texas, a Fletcher-class destroyer, pretty much anything and everything that has existed is in this game. Or if you're into losing, you can play as the world's biggest shitty submarines, the Yamato or the Bismarck. Or you can get crazy and have me be the commander of your ship. Battle starts! Enemy battleship detected.
I do think this is
direct front. Not only that,
I do think that's really cool that he was able to do that.
Centered around true historical events. This month's event is the 85th anniversary of Operation Dynamo, aka the Miracle at Dunkirk. So if you want to give World of Warships a try and participate in Dunkirk 85th
I want to see a video on
that.
that.
Use code Dynamo1940, and that's going to get you a bunch of freebies. I'm going to have that code and a link down below. Let's get back to the video. Okay, let me set the scene for you. You're unfortunate enough to be driving through the vast cornfield ocean that is the Midwest of the United States, and the only thing that breaks up this ocean of corn is the occasional soybean field, maybe a hog confinement, or one of the thousands of tiny little towns that have a population of like 2,000 that are so small if you blink you're gonna miss them. Pretty much all of these towns.
Hey man, that's what America is,
okay,
a bunch of small towns.
Office, a dive bar, a Dollar General, and a gas station. And 9 times out of 10,
that sounds about right.
Casey's. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is one of, if not the best gas stations on the planet. The only company that comes close is Quick Star, which is their main competitor inside of the Midwest. Okay, all the other regions in the United States, you guys don't hold a candle to the Midwest when it comes to the gas station game. Oh yeah, well, Texas has Buc-ee's, and Buc-ee's is the biggest.
I knew he was gonna fucking bring Buc-ee's up.
It's best gas station ever because Texas, Okay, look at me. Look at me. Buc-ee's is cool. I like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's has a cool business model. I'll do a video on that one day. But Buc-ee's is not a gas station. Buc-ee's is what happens when a Six Flags fucks a Walmart and then they have a massive parking lot that they threw some gas pumps in. That is a tourist attraction, not a convenience store. There's nothing convenient about Buc-ee's, okay? You gotta park in a 1,000 spot parking lot, walk a quarter mile just to get into the store that's the size of a fucking department store just to find the food you want. I'm not looking to do that as a construction worker trying to get to work, okay? I
honestly kind of agree.
Grab food, grab an energy drink and a coffee, walk the fuck out and go to work. I'm surprised Buc-ee's doesn't take your picture and then try to sell it to you on the way out like it was a roller coaster, because they do everything else an amusement park does. They
honestly have
a gift shop inside that gas station.
Hey, stop it!
I'm sorry, I'm getting off track.
Honestly, I'm one of the few, because I used to live in Texas. and there was a Buc-ee's not far from where I used to live. I went there a handful of times. Business model is cool. It just is incredibly overrated. People blow it way out of proportion. You know? To me, it's a super branded Walmart with a Murphy's attached. That's what I see it as. It's a smaller Walmart with a Murphy's. Like, it's super fucking odd to me.
Our story begins in 1959.
But maybe I'm just small, weird in saying that.
Father's full-service gas station in Des Moines, Iowa. Now remember, this is the 1950s, so when I say full-service gas station, I mean they sold gas, and then they had like the little auto shop off to the side where you could go in, get your tire fixed, get your oil changed, and some dude would come out and pump your gas. It wasn't really a convenience store. They weren't selling food. They didn't have a bunch of snacks and drinks and all the bullshit. That's how things were back in the day. And eventually, somewhere over the course of the next 9 years, he decides, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the auto shop. I'm gonna turn the auto shop into a convenience store. I'm gonna start making more money off of selling candy bars and drinks and food and shit. And it's outrageously successful. And then one day, his buddy, Casey Fisher, the guy that comes by to fill up the gas tanks for his gas pump, says, hey, over in this town, Boone, Iowa, not that far away, there's another full service gas station that's struggling. You should take them over, turn them into a convenience store too, and do exactly what you did right here in Des Moines. It would probably go just as well. Now, Des Moines is the capital. It's the big city. In theory, it should be easier to have a successful business there just because of greater population density. Boone, Iowa is a tiny town that's got about 12,000 people, so he's concerned that a convenience store isn't going to be able to make it there, but there's only one way to find out. So he goes there, he takes over this gas station. It's like the only gas station in town.
So dude's actually a fucking kind of a risk taker. That's cool.
Holy shit, it's outrageously successful. In a wild turn of events that literally nobody could have seen coming, people that live in small towns also like convenience and food. Holy shit, who would have thought it? So
yeah, imagine that.
Does have less people, which means less potential business. He also has literally no competition, so he just mops up. So he ends up naming that gas station Casey's after the guy that gave him the idea, and that becomes his new strategy.
Aw, that's sweet.
He's not going to try to go into the big...
That's actually kind of sweet. I like that.
Metropolitan area and slug it out with all the big hitters and make a name for himself. No, he's just going to go around to all these little tiny podunk towns, and he actually focuses on towns that have a population of 5,000 or less. And as time goes by, he's just opening up gas stations left and right in all these little podunk towns. And then in 1984, one of these tiny little towns only had two businesses. They had a Casey's and they had a local pizza place, and that local pizza place went out of business. So the manager of that Casey's was like, fuck it, I'm going to start making pizza inside the donut machine. Which makes a ton of sense because that entire community is used to only having one option for a restaurant to order warm food. Most of these families probably have pizza night. Like every Tuesday, our family buys pizza from this local pizzeria, and that's just our family thing. And that got taken away. So Casey's is going to go in and fill that void.
Oh, smart yet again.
Sociologists would refer to as a food desert, and he is now going to be the only person selling food inside of this food desert.
Oh, that's cool.
And people absolutely love it, so he ends up equipping every Casey's with a fully functional pizza kitchen. Now, as the decades go by, Casey's has basically covered the entire Midwest. They're absolutely everywhere except for inside these major cities, but they have these major cities completely surrounded. Now, in business, this would be called the backdoor or the beachhead strategy. It's not always a good business idea for a lot of retail locations, like Toys R Us, for example. You wouldn't build a Toys R Us out in a town that's got 2,000 people. No, you wouldn't. Sense. But it works with gas stations, and it's exceptionally brilliant. And that's because if things are going good, what do cities do over time? They expand, they get bigger, especially cities in the Midwest because they're smack dab in the center of the country, right?
Also, not even just that, it's also people going there and they're going to need to stop for gas eventually in one of these small towns that you have to travel through to get there. So that's also a thing you have to think about. Like, that's such a good idea for gas stations. Holy shit.
Cities that are on coastlines can only expand one direction. They can't expand into the ocean. Cities in Florida are stuck on a fucking peninsula. Where are they going to go? Manhattan's on an island, whereas the cities in the middle of the country can expand out in every direction. And they've been doing that a ton for the last 3 decades because all of the big businesses are moving headquarters and factories and warehouses into these central locations because it makes logistics easier because you're smack dab in the middle of the country. Now, it's only a 2-day drive to either coast instead of being stationed in LA and having to ship shit all the way to New York. You want to be centralized. So these
exactly, very
like
fucking
Des Moines,
smart.
for example, are expanding rapidly,
or Chicago.
and all the gas station businesses that are inside the city that have been operating there forever are having trouble expanding because they're completely fucking surrounded by Casey's. And Casey's is not only making a fuck ton of money by A, being there first and already having a strong hold with a loyal customer base, but as that city expands and absorbs these smaller towns, the property values go through the roof, so the value of their location, just real estate wise, is skyrocketing. Not only that, but you know who has to show up to let the city expand? Construction workers. So now they have entire construction crews leaving the city, going out to these tiny little towns 15, 30 minutes outside of town, and they're building, you know, a new housing development or a bunch of new buildings. Guess where they're going for breakfast and lunch every single day?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
The only place they can go.
Yeah, the only place they can go, which is Casey's, which just so happens to sell really fucking good pizza. God, this is such a dope fucking business model that he got in at the right fucking time. That's so cool. And all because he decided to shut down the auto shop to open a convenience store, and then his buddy who's fucking filled his gas was like, hey, this other place is kind of struggling. You should go take that one over too. It's fucking incredibly smart.
The gas station that sells pizza. And it's even funnier if you're another gas station trying to compete with them, because as you send out your construction crew to build your Quick Star or your Holiday or your Circle K or whatever the fuck, guess where your construction workers, as they're building your gas station, are going to get pizza at lunch? Fucking Casey's.
Oh, perfect analogy. I love that.
They've been playing the long game for decades.
That was good.
And it's starting to pay off. And because of all of this, the pizza at Casey's has developed this cult following. Like, it is a Midwestern icon to get Casey's pizza at this gas station. Like I already said, they're literally tied for 5th for Papa Murphy's for the biggest pizza chain in the United States. They sold $700 million in pizza last year, which doesn't even make sense when you consider they're only operating in 17 states with 2,600 locations. How is that even possible? Well, it's because they figured out how to sell pizza fast and all day long. Casey sells all your normal pizza, your pepperoni, your supreme, your meat lovers, but on top of that, they sell different pizzas. They sell taco pizza, they sell barbecue brisket pizza, and most importantly, they sell breakfast pizza.
God, their breakfast pizza is so good.
Scrambled eggs, and then either bacon or sausage, and it's fucking delicious.
It is.
Serious gourmet shit.
So not only are they the only pizza chain in America,
it is pretty good.
Out how to sell
I love
pizza
it
for breakfast, lunch, and
I've
dinner.
had it before.
They also copied Little Caesars by having it hot and ready because they sell pizza by the slice. You can literally go to Casey's on your way to work, grab breakfast pizza and a coffee, then go back there for lunch, grab pizza and an energy drink, and then hit them up on your way back home too. Trust me, I've done it. And that's what makes it the most American pizza place on the planet.
Fucking
Not
cool.
only can you eat pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner like the Lord intended, it's the only pizza place you can go to on your way home from work and get all the necessary ingredients to go home and get fucked up. Okay, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, I can't go there, get a pizza for the family and then a 40 and some rolling papers or a case of Busch Light and some grizzly long cut wintergreen. It's convenient as fuck.
That's
and
so
the pizza's
cool.
better.
That's
On
so
top of
funny.
that, you could probably meet your future spouse there. Okay, I see it all the time on the internet. Women being like, oh, where do I find a good, hardworking, blue-collar guy? Blah, 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 blah. Listen to me. Get off fucking Tinder, quit going out to nightclubs, get your ass up at 6 o'clock in the morning, drive to the nearest gas station that sells good breakfast food, let some air out of your tire, wait for the dudes in the high-vis shirts and dirty work boots to go walking in on their way to their construction site. Pick the one that you think is attractive and walk up to him and be like, oh, excuse me, could you help me air up my tire? Blah, 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 blah. He's gonna do it, and if he doesn't have a wedding ring and seems nice, ask him for his fucking phone number. The end. The absolute worst case scenario.
He's out here fucking wingmaning. That's so fucking funny, because it's also pretty fucking true. Holy shit. Oh, that's hilarious.
He tells you he has a girlfriend and you made his day because he's been hit on twice in his entire life and he's going to remember this for the rest of forever. And then you show up to the same gas station the next morning and do it again to another guy till you find the one that's available. Go ahead and send the wedding invitation to my P.O. box. You're welcome. Okay, and I know what you're thinking.
Oh, he's definitely going to get some. He's definitely going to get some.
Pizza. No, it's not just gas station pizza.
He's definitely going to get some.
Better than any other major pizza chain in the country. It's got such a cult following that when David Portnoy, you know, the Barstool sports guy that goes around the country doing pizza reviews.
You know what's funny? I've never actually watched any of these videos. Should I? Like I hear about this dude all the time. Should I? Should I check this dude out?
Came to Iowa for college football and asked for the best pizza place in town, he overwhelmingly got told Casey's gas station and went there and did a pizza review.
One bite everybody knows the rules. Gas station pizza, Casey's General Store, Iowa. Too bacony.
Too bacony?
Too bacony.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. Nah.
It's all right. I don't know. 5.2.
Oh!
Okay, now to be fair, that doesn't do a whole lot of good for my argument that the pizza's fantastic, but I think we can all agree that's a dog shit review. How the fuck are you gonna order a bacon pizza, take a bite, and go, it's too bacony?
Who the fuck says that?
Right
yeah,
now?
what the
That's
fuck?
the only person in the history of forever that's ever been mad there was too many toppings on top of a pizza. It doesn't even make sense. It's like getting home with your wife from date night and being like, honey, it's too wet. Imagine going to a Ferrari dealership,
God.
buying a Ferrari, and then calling them up the next day and be like, guys, this car's too fast. Yeah, that's the fucking point. The bacon pizza is supposed to taste like motherfucking bacon.
The snozberries taste like snozberries. Ew. These carrots taste musky. Damn Oompa Loompas!
Thankfully, he's not the only pizza reviewer that's done this. For
Oh,
some reason,
God.
Casey's has such a cult following that tons of people have reviews of them sitting in their cars outside of a Casey's because they stopped to review Casey's pizza as they were passing through, and almost all of them absolutely love it. So yeah, that is Casey's, the third largest gas station
Okay,
chain
but
in
for
the
whatever
country
reason,
and
he
the
had to
fifth
be-
most successful pizza chain
Whatever.
in the country, despite the fact they're technically not even a pizza chain. They accomplish this in two ways. One, they have a gimmick. They're a gas station that sells outrageously good pizza, and two, they played the long game with the beachhead strategy. Rather than competing head-on with their competition, instead, they elected to go around the outside, develop fortified positions all around them, and then as that enemy finally did try to expand, Casey's made a killing not only selling food to their construction crews to build their gas stations, but in their real estate pricing, and when the time came, they already had a loyal customer base that was in that area. So if you're ever in the Midwest and you see a Casey's, stop in, grab a slice of pizza. It's not a gas station that sells pizza, it's a pizza place that sells gas. Thank you for watching. Best way to support
I love
the channel is
that.
to buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Clack bang.
Out. God, I love his outro
You
song,
see,
by
the
the
real
way.
fat guy move is to actually go and order taco pizza with no lettuce, no tomatoes, and no sour cream, because then it's basically just a beef, onion, and bean pizza with Doritos on top, and it's fucking delicious.
Dude, what the fuck? That's some real fat guy hours shit. Holy fuck. Damn. God, that was a good video. Well, that was the Fat Files about Casey's General Store. Make sure you go and check out the original video. That was a fun one. I'll give him that. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.